is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Bobie TV suni yema munyina kwaba emfa braso na Bobie Ansah na wakasa dafa abronya DC a ono kyerese Danka William se waye ne den se waye den a watie si no su twa da pa so pa no ya semo na ayi ye friend sen Bobie Ansah ese wo hu MPP kyese omoni message o omoni bibia o ena kyese defeat na pomutirim ti no kyese nyoma ense fatan kwa no moye na wakasa de afa ohene ba Boamah so ohene ba so obekọ MPP obekọ ntumi na ese onya ntumi obekọ oso ohene ba pa de ohene ba we yasem mama manfo twa da pass ukasa obi hu no fi waja no MPs ni ministers ni appointees CEOs uko bi wo office no so ni mu atwem ye no ono betimi internet na wo fa bi chinchini na okeke ka sanse munya wama Mugabe fenya etiwatem so yes enya fine wa fire and o say empire ye ko boye Mahama organize empire say national Thanksgiving Day and prayer day no empire no enye adwuma enye nyina na say sika na wo hono se Mahama anye anya da empire ne be ye adwuma sika na manfo ewia se Mahama anje empire we enye adwuma nyankopon kra be won se munye serious no aboam what I say
MPP say nyame odi President Mahama chi no wo sondodo utimi se ne trouser na ne shirt be kakra kapa wan Boamah enyaska de ode ama abronye omo say so obi kasa ne favor NDC just imagine, look at obi to say Ibrahim Mahama eno otumfo wamwa na onipa da se ne atimi atrase se wagimi o so abodamo Ibrahim Mahama ama Kevin Taylor sika se onidi otumfo atem se nipa no so oni Ibrahim Mahama jira no otumfo duru a otumfo be so Ibrahim Mahama nsane ne twemu akọ on fi no kra onim no because agora ebi oni Ibrahim Mahama di no you have no clue. But when you have the gullible masses, say anything and let them believe. Oh, Ibrahim Mahama na ama Kevin Taylor sika. Na Mahama no John Mahama no ne family no. So wa Kevin Taylor the form na ho baako. Endi no so omo ne kotua ma no. Oh, yana sometimes. Endi say abronye ena ma hu say MPP for na ni abre. Ai enya Boamah bia na ma abronye sika. So oni di eye asofo na tem enya Boamah mama mfa nkwa se Boamah de so hu. Samuel hu koto de ne bodwe Samuel hu vivi upon see am say MPP for jujuma no omko no won tua ne ka because eniema na ebubo wo mo no hwe me abranya tapes no me nia da ya me de bebo could you believe say ma me nchira Ghana for ade bi MPP on eto de bia no mo pese wulo wa ba no na afide me enipa me fere no ye me honorable Felix Kwachofosu ya was kwabena jai kwabena me pese me bow tie ya no ya to atwere na me sim udi nkrofo we achi abayi tie na to atwere se udi sa nkrofo we ya jimifo we achi a ubayi tie na to atwere oh so otumfo na de otumfo MPP for atem ne omadi no me se guy bi ye nua baako o kuma se Kwabena Ansah in 2013 to me throw article say otumfo kromfo ojeje bribe na Boamah command bribe no ne Supreme Court for ko kasa otumfo una mane o se kura nso no mu di na tem so otumfo na efrefre Boamah say mom prosecuting ni pabi wonu agese wonu no se watoto da ni awe no de nam wiase Kwabena Ansah and now Kwabena Ansah we have people, we have Ashantis. They vilified the king, insulted him. Say otumfo ye NDC ni no support Boamah and oni Ibrahim Mahama in 2013. And as for the unwo Facebook, any other platform so I we had the dear Santi Hinatem, we had the dear Santi for them. Ya more tapes in Jiro. Ya Boadu tapes and some of our cafes and for one or two for one. Ya bought tapes can you stand it? Kwabena Ansah for me kobusa no Facebook. One day be and then this for support to Kevin Taylor and then and I made na article not throw 2013 me de koto ho. And I say Kwabena Ansah for the other two Facebook 2013. Any read it. Never quite you win no say. So many John Juan. Aye, obi na na ka wa Kesvin. Kesvin even a kind na meso mba Troye. Because of MPP ni and that time na insult no if favor MPP. Imtina eye. Ono Kwabena Ansah no and his likes and some market cafe Santifon on radio openly. The tapes, maybe to share tapes in the visa, no master, no matter now, maybe I be a man in a cockrabo, me womiano, me a pension. Me near that jame cocon colantoca. Me near that jacra, say me pension. Me to share tapes in the visa, no master. Now Kwabena Ansah and ya bre. Na oto na okasa today eduru abranya so a na nkrofo ewo social media say Bobie na amba abronya sika say onye asofo no omo ko program no saa o say David eya Boamah really Tenya Boamah na catch friends adent no one di Muslimi for atembi Sanya Boamah ana se abronya achi a sabe meti America no matire mu se Ghana ye problem aye Christian leadership Muslims akonfo ahemfo enya sa eye dan no single out asofo nko adidi wo matem no anidi eye Muslim leaders atembi adanti na sherabutu anidi na tembi sese sherabutu ne Danka Williams no nyina with the same pedigree enya sa adanti no anidi na tembi sanya Boamah ena aka kire ne se onye eye Christopher sa ne yedi we kwa campaign a wo Boamah ubetwi agina se yedi we kwa campaign a strategy kura omunibi strategy yede campaign yede communicate they don't have it they didn't tetemu kwa udi edu to your friends at 2027 year 2028 mu a omehu kwa ya nipa de ombefa so okruma okruma na oyine baba na so de wa ma nkrofo atwa dada see okru cross okunkra sworo no okumankra sworo no onyimi so be discover okumakra MPP no bibi papa bi ani ho I'm telling you. Ekom get one Ekom. Kwame me send new video bi. MB before ya. Omo kasa omo nwene. When you talk about so being a sponsor will be today, Abronye. Hey, Oyima Maska, will be tell us your football age. Me mpesa, Miss Remo, me mpesa o. Ni banso akana, Ura marketer and yema. Yes, you may want something direct, but no, obi anywhere. Oba sore se wa terms aban ben was oba ye no no MPP na bedi san kwase asem no momra me ncheni. A government should create opportunities, and that is what the John Mahama administration is doing, creating opportunities. Take advantage. If you are able to take advantage of opportunities, no when you bone and just encourage Exim Bank $45 million and Franco to go to come by can kwasi asem nkyere and to talk cash many want to me of fino and kwaji aban sika se Bobie Ansah akogina ho moma me contract nye yo Bobie ya bema ho nia dis kana ma Bobie yate ya na Bobie akwakoto Ferrari no di tia santimampo twa atwetwe na ma yo ndi Bobie say ni oka bi atamsin oka Bobie ba ku bi atazira ya to bam nyeri. Now you Bobie no anya adwuma na this can we are. You need to be punished. So a government creates opportunities. And that is what we must take advantage of. This is no more a constituency near executives near branch for no. Kasa ne beba from CEOs no somwa. Masa sa course no de omo mfa na emfa kina nkwasi course no ya no ankrofo frefre ministers na ade no look enkwa so hwe Kwame me come kire say me ametie a menye obi ayi obetimi frɛ wani abre ya bibi o na na kwa Bobie Ansah ni me say ai o kai me Bobie di ba me Charlie. Hey, what way you want to be passing? See, I'm for the way. And these beautiful ones be and frame it. And you're going to frame it, sir. And you're going to frame it, sir. Downtown for no. Bobie Ansah. Then I'm like, what frame me? Oh, Minya, me frame me say, I say me na person me no okay. What can say me you okay? I'll get back. Nada Bobie, but you know, Refi. And then you have a my friends are Minya. And now what to say? I'm your voice now. So what da kakra? Just say. Look, so when they complain about and I'm afraid we are on fire and I'm afraid we are on pick you on course. Masa, if you are in their shoes, just say the only problem here, you know, on my job or mobu bebre, no, they should delegate. Now I wanna ebema grassroots no to me because you can also say grassroots no, and you guys some get in touch with the top. In fact, I'm na do mo every day kwaje ye e ma wo te ba bia wo te no ya wo di mranti wase mo di nsemfon no. However, we should be fair. Hey, sabi je mfi so obefa ne course nyina e dey a. Ene na wo twe no yare o. Chama se dun katia, was the metimi ni mafa, the mintimi ni memfa. You can't. And at you, Bama, a young na grassroots for no go. Yen na ye frebia. Me fre obi one far and one no. Unim baby or what? Unim at the cry or ye. just send a message, leave a message. Oye di papa person who deal here, he or she will get back to you. As simple as ABCD. Yes, now we are seeing any papa. Obi wa akra na ndu ka say this ni no bia na pe obi asem. Endi Bobie Ansah metie enti this ni bia na pe oya point o pe masem. Ye wa point bi wo ha, ono wa yon kofa no free tete. O test no hu say Bobie na test me. Obi wa ha, ono ni bibia ye. And those people, me Bobie, I am fine. Oni me ni bibia ya, me no ni bibia ye. Me fra santemampo. Ufru yi gare. What is the issue? Me who ni bibia ya, me no ni bibia ye. But ye nyina ya a common agenda. Any kwa say me de ho abufuo, say that common agenda no aye one the bigger picture no afa kwase aba ko ho abufuo appointee kwase aba ko wafa no ho abufuo no akosai ni nyina ebi na ye MPP for no. Ye obi wa Kwame naturally born bad. Onya appointee kura sa na ote. Onya obi a oye social. Onya obi onam ananim te. Onya obi a opeke calls. Sa na ya wo no. Enye so obey appointee ntina ote sa na ya wo no sa na atete no. Enti wo mfa sa nipa no ho abufuo, nipa ba akopɛ ho abufuo. No wa sha say wo bastardize a whole government. Just say wo to our boko park no so ada ya ofre nipa ba akopɛ bi ntino ne wa mfa enti de na afra dwo mama kra do afa enti de ai. Mesi dwo mama be mfie mienu ni many ya me penalty tenuation program bi ase abusan say di e ko wo wi ase many ye ko campaign ye no mu nyina na nam wuram but sata ne ni abre enya afa na wo kwa me na me lead omo ene kofi buachi ye ko mampo santoma mpo ahemfie but enya ho ne ye ko ba mani o ye ni abre sata mani bra aba no enya ho na akoye olumai mi wa ha o wo anto onya dai wonu wa bre wakasa wa ha wusu onya obi a no mra machia wo waboda ma na ansa wo yare pen ni ansa yare ni emfa nko akafo. So look agro no ye nyina ye ntiase say ye ko baabi we should encourage the NDC government on to nyama yie ototo nyama yie a ebi be so ye nyina so. Then people should learn how to take opportunity when the economy is growing well. Me say makopa asase me kwa yen kokoni bi hey na me tra o mama me obi akura munya bibia no amambi ene emfas ka bia ngu Jubilee House wa ye cheche enti ene me so me kwa kopa asase ni bi cause president see ye no me ko do ewa daklu enanu me kwa akache me anya bi kwa daklu me ko trawura num na me so kwa do bi me nkukọ man ketenkete na me da ho yenya impotro yenya Chinese for me mfa ho enti find a way okọ minister eja nkukọ yi say yes omo de kọ districts me boa waji eduanu eduanai ha wo mu nyini ne obi anto anu akumawe o de ntos ni makwa pro o me banati eduase wo ye dey wo di bia ye nkatekwa di bia ye gravy wo di agro na hwa di bia abo bitadi. Let's take opportunities. Ntisa de bia obo se kasa no be kosro sa die obi edi ye ni fie yie no ese obi fie opportunities na ba they say JMC Jude Sachs krano yento do local meboa say printing publishers ya kura so yebenya ya de pa Ghana Publishing Company GMC books textbooks no local osubi a private printer start something and so nko MCC MCE office no akwatra DC office no akwatra da ya DC no hweye no ama 1000 no akodi next week no ase aba na 1000 no ase akodi on sa nkwase ade no na ya na ye ka ho asem no sa nkwase asem no DC for no so mo ya mo educate o mo na mo hwe wo mo find something substantial. Yera Bevloda Lati na penso as national security coordinator of forming corporate unions Emma full soldiers no across the country. Yenya projects and crofobenya bibidu omonsa aye. Usia Sam Georgia wa manskape uko radio so ara uko dinatem. Ina Sam George kra na credit ne boya de wasro Yusufu. Wasrew so go to iPhone eya apps no do so bebre to ya me bia see any the auto 5 series to so eguzu aro no Sam George asrew wasrew wasoma ho ena asuma sikura hi wo kasa minister bi ho of kasa appointee bi una se won fiu a ene ne nya aka enya force enchi anya force me bobie me metunye ehia se ni matwam because wontimi nya hu e dey na wo hu a me bobie me hu bi da appointee bia de wo hu bia me ma hu bi da ye generation we de MPP ni o NDC ni appointee o wontimi fa bi bia hurura me bobie because dia wo hu ne no me hu jao me bobie me hu dia wo se na wani age ho no me hu ye na me yakola na me hu ye afei na wo bia beto kwam tim no se wo so nkasa me ho a do amai I don't kadam. Oh yes, the years in Colombia, Jimmy Bobby. I'm good to go, man. Class, the NFL 505. Yes. Let me follow 505. Say after 6 or more news brief. So I wanted to get news brief. Menya, I'm say Kojam na me call city menya. So I went to Joy, and I think say Joy na me taste a lady no a voice. Now measure no pa nani pa kanagna chere no. Because as more carrying no say your time say Jimmy say we will state institutions individual be any one quite say or Galamsey to say any other crime. And this a party cromfo na party atimi ache cromfo no area community or to watch no not number police station na police ni na catch party say party police for ni ama mutumi so o munchi nipa enti wu ni kwai say wache kromfo nti jai kromfo no manenko wabodam wagimi wabodam wo ka o msi bobie nye na wabodam complete. Galamsey is like any other criminal your friend say whatever, just like obia kromfo armed robber froster scammer whatever. So when you have individuals, okay, so Kwame, yanti kroma na enkurase na mtutu Galamsey no. Don't we have community people like omo atimi keka omo bom akopa omo? Are they wrong? No, are they wrong? So then a man bisu de any wrong. Tell me. And then a man no de any wrong. May I disagree with Hanabisu on so many issues, and she know. And I've never hidden it. What I think about somebody, I don't hide it. No. I'll let you know, say, this is what I think about you. But in all fairness, unless maybe you hate Hanabisu, so Hanabisu, beyond that, what is it? Na sa lady no not kroma me ya me se mehwehwe no pa Julie Belinda obrisu otie no me nim ni din institution kra oye adwuma e famasom briefly na me see Africa no mte farmasum brief na say why baba na ke cancer mfon sa no and Africa no bet say drones yanti kroma na man for the drones ba Galamsey we na ma Boamah we edi $3 million e wo drones wo Boamah we krofo awia ye free tete ama Boamah we Boamah we ya wo hwiri say ono abewia ye akwa we Boamah we abewia ye ti kroma ni ahwe Boamah ma na awia ye ama for the drones no we are tired. Everybody is tired. So if an abisu decides that men try my office, na media me sorry na man and team na mabwa, what is wrong? Tell me, and this lady is telling us, individual be no obey me. Yet Chroma. Mimi aketwa kwame afifa akatachi sana okorem se okwa chichi omomutu gala, but this lady was there no anti Chroma who wante, and nobody raised an issue about it. Okatachi crowd no oye emphasize because a private citizen or no ya appointing no ko ba bia oni aban ana Satan no forestry commission no kwam bra kwam ye kwam oni apia kubi. Okay, so say na Okatachi crowd wo forestry commission apia kubi na ni locus ni say now Shapia could be Bema, the two of Fujiri Pad in the food, or did this so just some room and say, Apio. But on a more serious note, the point is, you encourage the fight against Galamsey. Such comments, boom crofo abem no ebema even communities no kra no a eso wo boa ema ye true Galamsey ase no communities no kra no ombe jai because omega so ya tese say individuals and as citizens kra enka Galamsey fight no. Francis will say, what Hannah is doing is just the same as citizens' arrest. Simple. You know, I'm the example. No, Cromfo. That's my channel. Now, I'm the police station. Police for say, police for na more mandate. Say, Muchini Pentino, Paitachi Cromfontino, or I want share the crown. I haven't watched it. It's here. Yeah. And sometimes when you think about it, it's like, Charlie, what's up, man? What is it? So nipa no you when here dey ka. And any day any time I will support and abisu to take that initiative. Ko. Onko. Wa won't you say no ejai. Because seriously, I see encourage Timemu for no take up the challenge to fight the Galamsey. And again, I will say this. Until say me am a president, omo be your friends say repeal that law which allow people to enter into our forests. And me kwame me nim de mentiasio nti abepe me ne yera Mahaman abamu for yentimi nye saa de no me mentiasie. Seriously mentiasie. How? What is the issue? They should let us know. Then maybe we can have a national conversation because a dam complete. A dam complete. You know? And I don't expect the NDC to continue this madness. just repealing portion of the law, then you leave the other side. Inti it say what the abuana man so kura ni dua mu. Yempe so bia be kwa forest mu akwa mining. Yempe. At least let's have it for a period. So the next 10 years, yemma will be mining in our forest reserves. Pim. Simple. A small scale mining, no. There are so many places. Yeah, they can go there and mine. Because you see, Galamsey is a terrorist activity. It takes everyone to combat it. It is like seeing someone with a grenade and saying, unless national security comes. Of course. Now, who led way? Who did I join FM? Now, okay, that's enough to do a lower banner. But I watched Ken Ashibe condemning her also on TV3, saying that there's already a team set up by the Minister of Lands. But those teams are always compromised with money and gold. Oh, Ken Ashibe no? See my catch there, Omo. Ken Ashibe no? You're senior or multimedia. No, joy. Na me was sempa. What when you know? Sangro no, I mean, who know the cry how Omo? Yeah, Ken Ashibe no na Omo kwaji sika. Time Akufo-Addo, okay, a campaign against Galamsey, almost 10 million Ghana cedis. And I'm going to go upon Kromane Bernard Avelenum, City FM phone, and I acquire the Twachia, the Future Baby and the Tusha Baby, Samens, City FM, Samens. I'm yes, I know whether what some year Jumano, so more you, Obian to me. Now, a friend say, can I see Kwame? Can I see no one go home? They should come and give us almost call rounds, almost call rounds, only 10 million Ghana cedis call rounds. Almost 10 million Ghana cedis normally call rounds. No, they should just keep quiet and normal man in your home, Charlie. Muti Kroma, more the activism, my year say, chum, why you say, chum. I'm out for a cast my money. Now, what will you do? Can be. Can I see Benumina? Say, campaign is getting DB. And they can't even account for it. When you have credit. And as I say, what jump here free one or quay. So a free a chamber of commerce, right? We're free or okay. Mines. Afraid you were tears in Mankasa. Me, Grandma, I don't trust anybody, Charlie. I don't trust anybody because the kind of system with the run, it be hypocrisy things the way they do. Just say, you should be la be, you know. But can I see Bay at Chroma near Omuchas Kamamo? But catch a call rounds no, but say report no, not even a single report. And that time, okay, 2023, 2024, I kept on saying this. They should come and tell us. They couldn't. Oman baby, Omujia no more for Ada, actually, no more pedia be a baby as yatra, no more I didn't come, no more diffunia crantier. Say back critical no matter hotel be no more sunny no more ba. Ogoka Kwame eya you touch man for video no emame touch man shootings no imame me the best friend back on. Yes omo they should allow, they should encourage people. Now I'm for say Galamsey fighting mu because baby are ekeka kono and now the boys no hear videos. I mean openly, defiant. It's like Obeba. So when we are talking about these things, Charlie, Ana omo ye empaibo eda. Ana omo ye empaibo eda ema Ghana. And mamemo eye NDC aban empanimfo ne mpanimfo akoye nyina memo omo abaso. But I have this to say. I have this to say. Until Sesika Ekufuado ene nebusuafo ne nanfofo awie nyina no Boamah mobagini nyina no mo say ye punish wo no ya punish wo no, God will never listen to our prayer. Eye entro. We just went there to deceive ourselves. Maybe me tie a friend say chief imam spokesperson, he didn't say akwaye odin tro bebrebe konkonsani waya oh kwame konkonsani ane che wono nko ane che setie nie konkonsani waya na Mercy Akabio, me say until say on my way, until the NDC government will pick up a fast pace to punish Ekufuado and his family and friends, that criminal cartel, criminal organization. Until then, see a better retrieve all our monies from them. Me say the omo no International Conference Center, State House. Nyame wa mahwe wensi ho. Nyame ensi ho. I announce you Erimia wo someone. Boy bad guy. Sakwa no. Boy nyen hu ni papa bia. Nyame ansi ho wa ma ho. President me catch the plane nyame wa ma ho wansi ho. What the adwuma bi ahya won say 57% for no or the fire so the man war say yes adwuma no until so be yes adwuma no nyame onkasa ho hwe yakobo mpa yo Ghana ni akofro bi amena bompa ya ni akofre Danka Williams. Hey, abronya ye ni bio. Abronya ekuno. Nam se abroye se wo se ye de 32 bi na nya se de ne 46 a ka de beba nye. Hey! Wo ku Danka. Wo de ahoma so na se na tweno yiri di. Hey! Yeah. Ah, na se agrada obi si agrada akra ko ho. Agrada ya papa echen charismatic for no one wo mo ba ni bi. Agrada. Kwa me hwe ma me. Agrada ya correct. Because agrada ne de oso wagimi na so be wura na sore dem a. Over to you, Jolati. Yes. One more atiase say ye nia bre ye kageti adwuma ne ye no wa ha. Finito, abnusio. Waka so for Jimmy no and from a run sorry them all. Yeah. Yes. Me to say. And me agrada asem. Enyamasem. Me tiwe me sorry. Say my sorry is me gare o kwanya me ko ayi agrada ene esiama asori. Me kwanya hwe wo ho. And one also enware mfa police for ema me fie ema chime se chinchina wo de me eko eni sa ona ntena se okowura na sori dem de a ene ne wadidie omo ye no so ewo ho no akon anu atum me agrada our principles and I love that principles ono angajro obi aso opevi akọ ono aka ono obi ani apam bia wo wi ase oye na adwuma opa company service opa en company service ɔyɛ na adwuma ɛna mo deɛ mo de akata mo ani. And you see, yes, me nkwa sorry, but I believe in prayers, right? Me nkwa sorry, me nsombosom me nkwankramo me nya hwe ene obi a wakwaye ofa so bɔ ne mpaye, right? But the point is, baby a Ghana adru no bɔne a Akufo-Addo no madi yɛn no until say yɛwura Mahama bɛ punish nkurɔfo wei well yɛbɛbɔ mpaeɛ ne saa mpaeɛ bɛn na kyɛn sɛ sika ayira ɛwɔ NLA through KGL sika ayira anwunagu ɛwɔ NLA through KGL deal na Urajo Mohammed mi agis kanumu even quarter. Unya say was minya $4 million. Na de ko bontefuo. Ni atwa yi atum asphalt. Na ya yiri wei ni agibi kanofra tane na yire no a oti krom ya keka nkwase asem no. Skane kodi di wo mo no ya yire wo mo agiri nyina. Na nkatama Vako Road ya enkrofo sun ya di bia ye debio empaibo bay eneche we empaibo bay eneche we ya ti kroma na Ghana Commercial Bank sika 52 billion cedis ayira enka yewura Mahama ba ye na nka mu no mu ye kikiri ye nyamu half krampo no a anye nanu se o se kwa bi tachiman enye nanki atiasi wo ne de akoye ensra ban na che ensra we ne friends nyame etie ye mpaebo amanfo asese ska no ani akwa gyina ba bi ne ye bɔ mpa ye awurade sira ye akola yesu kosua de ne wo school eduru exam so a no okwa aduro so na malam na ka kire ne se okwa o transia ka se appear no table no o mo ba mu kan start work appear o di ya ni se stop work na de obi ade ne pe ato na o sam nanim appear o tin na ni hwe paper no so na so clean white ye do akọ school se kosua de ene ye de pen ahye onsem se ye duru nsọhwe a de a kire no ye ka no atwero ebi na ye no. We are calling on the blessings of God, Jehovah Rapha Adonai Tikeno. Let the hands of the Lord come upon us. Let the saints shout and say amen. Say Arush Kobi. The God of Abraham, and as we gather here, oh Jehovah, Matuka, Atike, Apunta, Alata, Akante, Ayata. And I graduate one fast guy down to Nefunuso. I found to so. Yeah. Well, Gabriel Sika be say, Tieni. Meanwhile, Unim Yamia. Sa asofo no mo call program na se no eyo mo an na machire epa achoma criminals o eyo mo na na machire eno mo epa achaw ewo jo Mahama ne abamu mpadinfo no mo tu omofo o we di anya hwe German nka ana omu wi na omu ni ya be bom pa ya bom se ojamin sira oman no minia ye ko ya na ya bai kwame ye ko ya na ya bai wamwa problem ayo kroma nyina eye a Christopher empenimfo ani Muslim empenimfo problem ayo wo nyina only free. And I've said this. I've said this. Politician, oh, non-politician, oh, businessman, oh, Obia Wiesika, Ghana Sky, Wiena, 4 places Neko. Ahimfie, if you call, I saw them, if you call, mosque, if you call, and a shrine. The Abacasiano, near the tears in Rhapsodies. Anyway, Kakran in a call, a club, ne, a friend is saying, Campiski, ne, and get it a go. One of the catch up, Donya. What your 5 10 cities now, Gamma. Open 2 shots, Alaska. 2 shots per day, Gwaje, was Yaye. Madame Fubi. No, yes, Yaye was Yayo, was Yayo. Ah, Blue Girls, they said, one chunk of the monies that we steal as Ghanaians, and now any politicians in Kwane Wieska. Now even couples, they are one money crew position is looking a way to steal. They are money reposition in government. To steal. So now Chrono, you find a politician in Kwa. Ayana politicians ya mobo. The chief directors. And the chief directors and those people. Woman sorry. Oko sorry elders ne those people. Oko Mosca. Omo I don't know Mosque. Omo rankings no. But omo be imam. Imam Kotua. Imam to ashen him direct. Eyomwa wamuna I answer akonfo no omo wa eskafo ni bi wa omo bu omo pa indiskani bi wa omo be yana duroma na ofie anadwo ono o ma so ne yeso akonfo no na fa ka call do makoya ama no. Yes. So as much as I believe in national prayer, na yesia and no. Yeah, but Kwame, very interesting. And I want anybody, you follow our program here and no. And I think still Omugusu yeah. Debbie, I am say Muslims no so. Yeah. But follow Kwame. Me nimni paba kwa or kasa for about corruption. Meant me and Tianing fully. So I may be wrong, but find time. And Obia and preachy. Father Texan. And one cup corruption. Tinkenden kamushia ye. And then Kasofo Muina Mamma Monsaso say. Said Elijah eja efri soro said Elijah free eja free soro no enem asofo amoasia nyina no mo frɛ agrada mo frɛ tender lightning mo frɛ ayi sɛ obi a wafa o man sika bia no obi a wafa o man sika okay say cardinal eka ho asem but media. So omo wie national prayers no omo menye national duabo. Yes, omo menye national duabo. Ye be brunua, ye frɛ bosompo, ye frɛ yanta, ye frɛ papa, ye frɛ akonodi, ye frɛ tadie, ye frɛ diendie, ye frɛ nsoso ni nyina wa wo ye adwuma o Bank of Ghana wa fa Ghana sikada ni ade agyew ye no nkola ne kura kosua na obi gyina mfimfi a waworo no ho ni ade ahwefom paa. Yanya national duabo ya buru ya hudua wo ya adwuma wo NLA samia uku wo fra bia na wa mfa bi ni adi so ni adi agyew Jirapo baako no ketwa no Samuel ketwa no Samuel o fa bia na wa mfa bi wa Kofi Juma du big mahama ebenya no ebenya tunya no one ebenya no Kano Foriata say, Yan Hayaho Interpol Bio, Babia will be no, near Fankosua nine, near Jinaho, na snap, na me, Sikabia, Kano Foriata, ne ma, or Master Biano, or more funua, or more fu and yet tache, Nenanya Fiamfia, ni Trunya Kuku, near the Joe. Gabi we say. Eya wa so ono no nia ba mu no na ya buru ni nua ni bi Gabi se wutu Galamsey wudi Galamsey sika eda wo krom ha ya no so apapa ndi abocherewa ni nyina na Gabi sei wono mu wawu awie na de ahwege no pa eni na otwe na ne nan fiamfia no ho ase asensene na ayese maba ese ya national diabode e wo krom ha Duncan Williams se woni o man esika eya ayacho na sofo ni nyina obi amru ni hudua ne ya journalist for ni nyina so ya mru ya hundua ni ya hwase baka ba kumpa ya hwa se baka kwa be nkruma tikase e ga hwa ka baka ba ko mira kan ka ba ko kura wo kroma journalist wey nyina yamru ya hunu yai ebi aka nipa beka no ya beka no ya pola do mochire ya ko na beka on na beka no ya obedike ewu nengi yamru ya hunu ya na asofo no mabro nenga ahemfo no so mabro yo hunu ya me wo hene kokosiko se Galamsey sika madibida nananom emo manifra yesi a nanu si ya na bibia twena sum si ya wam na ani afra Kofi anu aba amane ya national diabo day ya organize ya be pesca dia tonkosua ne snap aba we ne ntimi wo mo president dia omo koye no entumi wo mo bibini nsuro bible onfa nya hwe onsuro adia wo wa so man ye minya manyo adwuma man den metie man den ye wadwuma bibini nsuro bible kwame nanke yanyina yamro kwaku ba ku sei ke be na Bobie kwame se fakai obe Bobie mi me Bobie yanyina ekramu journalist a waye Galamsey da no abo me ya frame kwabna Bobie Ansah Galamsey minye bi da me moa obi sukura ma ne nya bi da se ma ye bi da ene nananom pa hwi na se fa kan so age mi am gina hey ya fra me nyalo nyojo se Galamsey se maye bida na me nya bida na nanu mo amani tua mo nyoma me pa hwi no ma fra kwaku baako Bombay akokora bone no no so abesom enche amara mi gina hey ya fra me kwaku baako enche se Bombay ma ye Galamsey da na me nya bida na nanu o fa nyim ni afra kwasi prat ni adum ene se Galamsey ye kosu ya ye kekeke ye se ma ye bida adam nye bida nananum anenim Messi ada ya bebru nua wo kroma ya na ma Rollins kan no yes Rollins kan ne di agro bibini nsuro bible wonsuro onfa ho. And I think we must do well. Say JM to me GG esika nyina panese MPP fo a onyame betie Yesu frɛ until then me prophet Bobie Ansah me si ma hye onyame wontie ye hu ontie ye hu ontie ye onyame ontie ye bia ontie ye de omko gira ye nyina omoboa jesi aje jiska MPP fu awia wo mo mbe ko prison so mo ko ansa na onyame ahunu se na sori dan Ghana na ho ate na wabie na so ama ye mpaebo tisa empire kada tax nkura te de meka yi a onim woni trim se de akola na ka na ye no kre enkosi aga life no mko boy o man ko ye hu enkosi aga ye bompa ye ni ye wiade ye bompa ye ni ye wiade ye bompa ye ni ye wia o man no how ye bompa ye na sofo journalist politicians na almost se Galamsey mu o free empire bo we na ase no oko wo free ono oko obi age eye enkolabo ni bi ase ne dam e wo zongo wanu so no je eye badwam atem atabil Allahu akbar ayo no de watem praise the Lord wanwa me hu so bi kura Bible ni Quran pe no ma suspect no me no ka asem na ko tu Quran unya ya Allah alhamdulillah and then man say kai oboa when you catch us and God so love the world oboa we criminal hwene ye pa for ni hwene ye akonfo kura nsuro abosom asonye so no otwempra no ofa oba wa asonye so na narbosom so na nani aye ko so wa hwebesi asra na ama na tiwo nyina na nani abre enso nsuro na womo no mo na ewia na kofi osi bibi ni bia nko heaven en kure ekroma boni nyina nko fa ba nyina journalist ekroma boni nyina journalist near police for pan di boni pa okroma journalist near police for ye di boni sa yeah and some journalist for nim Ghana on senke ya dia ye nyina ye mfa ehun hye mu ne ese ye bie mu a I don't care whether me support to NDC. I don't care whether me support to MPP. I don't care the cause. Ni asi bie mu a. Ke kroma be ye fese. Ke ha be ye se Jacobu. So we have media men ye kokoye public damage and your police for almost ne boban. E ma kromfo where we are Mexica as he war na police need tiachire guard no onna no nya sumdwe mfanda. And I think dada ye kra kwame wo de wo na ye sofo ya mko asoro dem ko preachi yesi botro bojo yo Mustafa Hamid hwe de akwa no MPA as why a Islamic scholar a drew fasting time na Mustafa Hamid aye fasting no mo be breaki na tare fa na 960 form na as work bese na no kakra no ahwe form din no apia ne kawa kakra no adan no boko na obi achia no alaji kon lafia lo na kajia baba to no den tiato no kon boko bone nkwa kwasi asam nkwa bone nkwa kwasi asam nkwa bone nkwa kwasi asam nkwa hwede akwata MP kokoko ye yo ga asam kwata okodi ye fra kroma businessmen eya wo mu buye kom wanko Pentecost okwa assemblies okwa ICGC a me si ICGC for kura mpo de minim nyame kro be heaven kwa amomo wanko awoko dominion okwa ajiasare wanko ajiasare okwa ayi me papa ya sorry oh me papa Sam Crunchy Accra. And the man who know. And the man who know. Man who me all my. A chroma businessman, ya. Father Dexy, or sorry, Pentecost. Yet to be home. Yet to be home. We are Cramonier Chay, Alaja Gongo, I bet you what to. 1 year we are say papa nyina boani pare o mo wi ase nyina adoye wey da bi akro no ayetim no say no akro no say o analyze ne ma yie pa o hwe abeka se emfa kro ni nche enti ade no mko gira akoye no they are just lying, they are lying. Every before this come wi amaro o mo njiji ade ba no mo njeli o mo. Anka mosia anaso fo ehia ina nkom fa cathedral ananka kusi buatin wo mo buru ni tiri so wo ho a yes ni ahunu se mo ani abre pa se mo gbabu am yes ayo man ni yie omodi scan free nyame mwa me de enmaka no the NDC government onyame amane mandate ba ko pe. What if 57% for no say? Baby bia or my way ye sika ye japade akwakoshe. Eja John onyene ya de maye ansa na wako. Adwuma nyame pese JM baye nyina wo wiase no no. Onye ji ye sika no no punish wo mo. Look kwame. Eba sa wo NDC appointee no enye John Mahama ne be fra tufu. And you don't mamma about for a two. You are on your own. Enti baby atino. Fa wonsa keka aban ade. Fa wonsa ekeka aban ade. Fa wonsa ekeka aban ade. Yeti kroma ora John Mahama 2016 ombeka say John Mahama e kronfo for 8 years that or challenge you omo. That is a man with integrity. For 8 years no or challenge you omo. Must be account to Dubai, go and bring it. Also will say Munko Famra or challenge you omo. This man lived a humble life. Change home. Oh, any day 2 bedrooms was 3 bedrooms munote. Me my coffee order once or twice. Into or yeah 4 years. We are appointing now so over one sa or ewa change Sophie. What say I any anti 2 years. Into what they want chrono when you bought on my idea so now hope into what do sabe fa over to you Jolati. But you see the system can be steady only when the top decides to crack the whip. And so almost MPP for 1 year into say will be appointee one this year bemwa. No ordinary ho ye discard mawa at the cronian se fa kwaye no kwaye bebu hu nkonta fa ho dance die nyina to ho abai foforo bi bada achi a na se unya nwuya a ye busawa me pacho eni o na wo de akire wiase amfa na nyina na kwa me adwuma kura de se wo ya enye wo na abeka ho omanfo no a na be protect wo ya disika mame se bi nkoyi kwai my ye kwai hwita kama from Mampon to Kofiase my ye eyo obi ehunu kwa me citizen ben no oba bebusa se ska se na de ye o ka se huntumi oye kwai no a ko bi baba ko di akire dabio Ghana fo nyina bebusa se enye kwai na dis kan ma no enye kwai no ne wa ye no ba se wo foji o man sika na kokoko dia wallahi Monsieur plastics omo me plastic chairs ni omo so beto to omo any then 24-hour economy to is under radar and also then I think issues on non that's VAT now VAT right I think 5% addition. Is that right?
Yeah.
Me figure yeah, right. Okay. So these are some new policies coming up with a 2.3% increment of electricity tariff, right? So these are about 4 policies are banning a roll out. I don't know which angle a person will pick free, but let me ask you,
Oh, I was there in the spirit. Nah, Mentimia and Ruho. But Kwabra senior who are some canon say a new money be a empire and a bit me a bois. I'm at me a CC and no coin. Oh, Kwabra, a new money does.
Bobie so.
Oh, a business say. Aban we here akokoduro eno mpaibo penny betimi aso wo sa akokoduro e dey side adwuma no.
I see.
Because kwara say me penyam sempa.
I know.
And me obi a even though me nye church person no, I used to be a very good church attendant. Me ko sorry bibia, but now saying the main time quite sorry now. Kwara say okay the book of Chronicles now share how God simplifies the relationship with nipa. Sans say yenkitahudie ene Nyankopon ne nipa die. Na Kwara o say wona wo ni mi no ni mi din no. If the people who know me by my name, na enye obia na onim nyame a onim Nyankopon by ni din.
Yeah.
What you say? Yeah. Say omo be bre omo ho ase na omo akomu kotodwa ni wo mpaibo mu a de omo bebusa me Nyankopon bia no be ya mo. Se wo hwe baby a Jomhama efa omani free na wo hwe the trajectory na ye nam so na kwabra wo hwe baby a Nyankopon de aba bedru even within this few months fan say 6 months akabe say 6 days na 6 months pepe me boa.
Yeah.
Wo hwe baby a Jomhama for omani free na wo hwe baby a ode omani ekọ na even po ene de yesusu say ya hu ye hia no akoye say kura de nka enye de ma yesan say baby ani e free ba no ena hu hia no eye chen de na omo say eye ma yen
ene de no na sebi obi be bobo hu say o be kakra say o man no kra bi aye ba be toto nioma mu ni nioma no kwabra enu no po no eye chen de ekufado jaaye. What you say? It is a be our share bibia and no your dada sitting a dear cotton wo mu pa to say bibi to say fang obo. So you sue petrol, you sue diesel, you sue gas. Ubia or to gas or to gas oil diesel or to petrol or to kerosene. Ubia bet me the dance say if you say ura mahama buy no sanyo me a swatity. That one is
Ama. Kwabra eno na translate into several other cumulative prices of goods and services. Sadi any titru. Kwabra another idea and also so significantly amma Ghana for e deserve say yebeko yenkotodua ni won paibom na yeyi nyame aye esresra ni din na asasre enema mienu bonifache ene impuntio ewo yasetena mu no dollar abra significantly no abai we osire Nyankopon nyansa no nyame amani bi ama watimi manage dollar no. Yes, kokotra ka de bia wo ye adwuma say the God is always at work, Satan is always at work. Intino you don't expect say abaning bone ho modern no ne adversaries and any detractors no will go to sleep. No, they are finding sophisticated ways and means to make sure say abaning begwase. Na kwabra sa de we yɛmfa hwee gye sɛ mpaebɔ. Yes, oh boy homodin. But we be here mpaebɔ. Mpaebɔ a we betimi de etu ɛyɛ saa adamoni honhom nase. What you say? You know, I support the prayer your friend is saying and Thanksgiving service now both the Islamic and the Christian just that I'm not religious, so I believe say wherever there is a prayer, no, every prayer is a prayer, and so the best say omoma nananom so no ekwan no momfa nsangu fom san say nneɛma a ɛdo koro ɔman wei mfie nwɔtwe atwa mu no kwabena gye sɛ yɛyi apayɛ kakra ka ho na nyɛ saa deɛ a abɛyi dɔm ne nkaberekyerɛ de nyɛ ɔmu nyinaa de bɛkɔ nti paebɔ ne deɛ megye tum sɛ ɛyɛ but kwabena more significantly adeɛ a mesusu sɛ aban wei ɛbɛhia ghanafoɔ mpayɛ titiri wɔ ho ɛyɛ akokoduro a aban we benya ade atu kro no ketase pro ye dwirim kankan ase kwara for example obia wa follow eye ora bia hu say ora no yield a certain resource bia sa resource no ebetimi ama sika a ehwere oman no na oman ne hwere ye no yen sabetimi aka bi yen sentimi nkane nyina even though the promise was that recover all loots. It's not easy to recover all loots, just that so wo bon homodin kra to me I recover be say ohamu titemu be di okono na edu pebi de wonsa nka kra na eno no ekofa say ugu enhwehwemu so a ebeboa ba kwara eya na madwen no ekono bi so say it's about the significant amount the government is able to retrieve. It's not about the number of persons you would try. What you say? Because many maybe shishemason, for example, say obi etimiye di omaisika $263 million under the guise of cocoa rehabilitation. The person is not under arrest, but Professor Amir Kunfi $2 million yachino. And I'm not able to comprehend. Alright, baby, I'm free no. The partiality in dealing with the subject matter, no. I'm worried.
Yeah, umbedru ho. Investigation.
Debbie. You see, there are things that are straightforward cases that need not much investigation. Because
from where you sit.
It's not from where I sit. He has come publicly to announce it.
Yeah, and I make a say, investigations.
No, Kabra. We hear investigation because it's a conclusive subject matter that has been discussed by no less a person but the CEO of Cocoa Board. Was say omuma enkofu adwuma omuma contractor na adwuma 156,000 hectares of cocoa rehabilitation. As at the time I know Kasano, only 40,000 had been achieved. And Ghana has lost in excess of $263 million. The entire amount was 600 million from the African Development Bank. Apart from that, we have spent 700 million from Ghana. Yeah, Yesikem, Cocoa Board Sika. Do you think, say, such a investigation, any further investigation, be man?
Yes, of course. So you need to track it, where the money is. So,
okay.
Yes.
Okay. So why then would any government that has this information, very material information, further give such a company any other contract? That's where my problem is.
Well, saying or the man, ada obey ye we investigations we know a jidi or diamond nina.
I know Nicodemus Adriana.
Safira, oh,
so Kara have petitioned the board of Cocoa Board over this subject matter. Entina me ka ho asem.
Chairman for some of the chairman.
Ah yes, my petition no.
Chairman for some of the chairman.
Ah my petition no. Ah are kwabra de uso.
Who do this as here?
Me this as here. Actually aka Okumkom.
Chairman for some of the chairman. Ba chairman.
Kwabra, he is a member of my former church. Elder Ofuswampov.
Chairman for some of the chairman. Ba chairman.
Aye. Na so oni so no pek it as any project.
Who let it know?
Me let no me address it to the chairman of the board.
What do this as here?
Board me throw in full. With all the hyphens and whatever. I wrote everything.
Nensaka.
No dear mint. Okukuseku. Onipa uyehu. Na kamera what's you won't say Oro so powerful do a diligent job ana.
Because me just say
we are so siri na me.
Debi me just say
because the person baby episode dey asem fan anya no na person the two. Tino Oro so powerful or very diligent at his service to this country. I mean only say me na me dey say.
What a problem no.
Oh, because you see where your national agenda it's a public interest story. Why someone would go and cut people's farms down, would not plant them, and in the end, Abraham taught 28 farms, 28 different farms, largely in the central region. I'm supposed to go to the Ashanti. I've done a part of the eastern. I'm going to western next week, God willing. He say me any weekends. Weekends. No. I'm really and I'm concerned because you see. It is the main reason why I've heard people try to even laugh at me for applying for a contract and all that. I don't have a problem doing all those things. But
you're a Ghanaian.
I'm a Ghanaian. Aside from that, I'm very much passionate when it's about the farmer because my father, who nurtured me all through his life, has been a farmer. Despite all his other businesses, whatever. He is you have so much attestations to what my father does. And I'm a very typical, I'm a hands-on person. Until I know what I'm able to do to achieve and help abide to achieve. And until I me cocoa board who hear me no. And until you say be a papa woman so menu more deke kentira. A idea who hear me say was here ye na cocoa farmer no. Kwabra I met 117-year-old woman. Ewo aguna inkum. Kwabra this old woman no. Ye try the cocoa farm egu 9.5 hectares. Acres egu. For 6 years, Kwabra, unim come the Amabrewano. 16 million times 3. 1,600 cities times 3. Because the contractor failed, you know. Meanwhile, the contractor has taken $263 million.
Into 4,800 or something. 1,006.
1,006, yes. Omuchegu, and the first day, no Muchegu, your man 28 million, 2,800. And no man a subsequent amount of you know, if you look at all these, I think say I was say a bino a particular because I to say Mujo forcing is no better than Amir Kunfi. A basa, then I'm worried. I don't think I say I won't be here.
But again,
you better empire
the empire also
because say mu bemwa ebufo beba. And I'm not going to say Sebi Boamah banya benti ebe kan anu atum say mu yiyi mu because me hwe professor me confida me hwe small boy here or no 200 kwabra the money is huge oh $263 million
and the man be ha or small for Paul say when na the buy no just say a come training bible
okay I think say if I look into that
the first thing they say you know you come to ntato
now because if you have met I'm saying say if we leave it at this without prayer for the John Mahama government because you see the ahonkeka man for nya ye de koto aba no abemubuo beba ejina saa musi omo awie sika mo ba ya mo antimi anye afa kura no people are able to insinuate say sika no kura no mo ne o ma chedi all these insinuations no kwabra eno na unu say politics is about perception. That's what we learned. And the more people perceive you to be A, even when you are not, you become A.
Yeah.
Like they use perception against John Mahama in his first term, and at some point, NDC for GD said John Mahama is incompetent. Was that not a perception? Until Senyanko Ponya Dome Kufuado Ba Bemwa, you say, say your tone, your color TV, your color black and white. No? Was it ever something anybody could have evaluated and said, say, John Mahama incompetent? It was not. Until John Mahama was seen to have been rather the competent one after the massive incompetence shown by the Akufo-Addo regime. There was no way to check whether John Mahama was competent or not. And the same should happen if the government, the John Mahama government, refuses to take charge and retrieve all monies lost, especially in respect of the Cocoa Board saga. It would have meant said there was no need going for John Mahama, because the ills are continuing. Say World Bank sikana abano, almost had the contract na mano. Nipa uwa be boko edu say wanya jumano. Then what would have been the essence of having any management at the Cocoa Board? And to say the other than what must say? So I think, say, even though prayer works, it's much to do with how we reset ourselves into believing, say, the task ahead, is not about Yonko Gro. And yes, Madame Fournier, and now we are down Fournier, and now we anyway, and now we be say, Sana tell you, then we discussed the Akufo-Addo in nepotism. Then there's no need, chronism. We discussed it. What must I say? So much to do with prayer, no. And it's a me no. Me bon paya ma John Mahama. Say Nyankopon ma na kukuduro. Any yokoduro hom. A obetime dia ye adwuma no akwa akosi awie ya ma oman no enya ne ntoma pa afafra. I guess then I think said there would have been no merit. Because Kwabra, you may think say NDC for ebi omo ye adwumaden. The Ghanaian rather gave them what they deserve. What I say, NDC really deserves the governance of this country because of how they have conducted themselves. They are not saints. Sinto wo bebrafa. Don Mahama wonye Nyankopon. O sinto. But adie bi wo ha enye sinto a wasa wo ma ho kwan ma ne ba. Because obi awie o ma sika $263 million. And yes, Kaketwa. Say Professor Amir physically 2 million. To 2 million free 263. Ebeka saying Ebeka $261 million. And yes, Kaketwa. Now they are more busy koko a phone dia koko keke wendia. One customer beka out of 156,000, why 40,000? Then you further give me a contract, then it means you are the problem, not MPP. What must I say? No. You rather are the problem.
It's clear.
And it's very unambiguous. That person does not even have to have the space. By now, I was saying Kiatsin and Kierishan in Semu. And now you grow. And then we are down for an hour, and now we be no Debbie. Say, I uncle grow the Ames more for I'm your confetti Muniano.
Say, no, I say no for Kufujuma.
I think I'm wasn't come cotton Muniano.
Offer.
And no Mumiana come and run a sure ace. Sorry. Kwabra, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot that I'm here. Say the BIA made and come on one Honorable. No. Honorable, I guess I'll follow. Oh, 18 was your code. The way I must see one. No. I feel no, I am ready. Now I feel no man in the bear my jojo. Aye. Send the bear my yono. Ajojo.
That's the match you never from.
I the match you never from. Enra pa uza fu wi ran kakra. Se okoe no se odi birthday na ye kofa no.
Yes, sir.
What the birthday Asia? Yes, so Momo Asia or Manana.
Asia way.
Senior, more senior than the Asia. She had the following you. Director General and Chair, or boy, Dumont. Lydia is really working, and so a Boamah basso. On that, prayer is much needed. Prayer is needed. I will see a bomb pie. Oh, I like John Mahama's gentility, but I want to let John Mahama reflect on one thing. Say, the impunity of the MPP and the Akufo-Addo Bawumia is as a result of Mills's magnanimity and his decision to let go. Sa let go no eye kasa Nyankopon correctly e de Nyankopon ko de bone nyina beche enya ne mane yen ade ji no twe ne maso e wo won bone ho. God never forgives. Your bompa say and forgive us our trespasses no. What there? Look into the Bible and ask who was ever forgiven. At least there is a mitigation of punishment. I know there, but asotwe the e den beba. God can mitigate.
Or say,
but
Bonnie Akatua
and you
when we did Bonnie with that.
What you say? So, the way fine gentleman, the way people speak well of him, the magnanimity, the benevolence, the nakro, the kasade. I like his spirit. Sebi edi asumdie befie. But not when someone has seriously committed a crime against this country and deprived many Ghanaians of what they in the instance of Mami Kwabra
a change genocide
ne bonia or ye and say o ma ho kwan se muntwa me koko na so aba $10 64 kg annually no nya a minimum he say mutwa gu ye no oni hwe 16 million am de man na one bag kra na yesen enti $10 and 31,000 and as enka mudua yen so a enka 9.5 acres no enka kwabrank wanya ko betime nya 135,000 cedis annually it we gina 135 achi se ko twa mi koko gu a ni mo twa ni koko na gu a musimu nua when you have to a new contract then it means you are really committing genocide like you are saying. As a nipa home famo ebasa na sebi men kai ewia se yawo obi ani won ma of chief was empakodo sa no phone kai Kenya began well and Sri Lanka it began well but it got to a point people were like as a people are taking us for granted, and when it gets to a point where people feel that politicians are taking the people for granted, Kwabna, you cannot hold the people for ransom. Ebetija enti mesre se omofa kukoduro enye adwuma no na kronkron ye no enye se fa bone chenko a kronkron ye ni bi ni se obetwe bone aso ama bonefo agai bone ye. Kwabna, increment of electricity tariffs enye nkoma obi ai party Kwabna, but perifo se edija wane e di aso awo ena udi ade a eye ne papam ne boni mu a ohun aban wa bedi obi ade obi abebusa se Akufo-Addo eba ya obedi John Mahama ade ewo IMF anu ode agya no ho
yeah
oba no okakire Ghana for se me ba metwa IMF nim contract na omne Ghana won okakire Ghana for oba ye no wantimi antwam yekobusa no no se otwam a enyeye enyesa okay John Mahama wanka se obetwa IMF contract biamu oka se obe follow IMF conditionalities bia bia no na emom no woni omu be sin konwa na wa make sure say enioma ano ohye no ebebe baba form meboa enti no se wo hwemu a se de na me discuss your friend say fan wo ne dollar ne nsensem no Kwabra I was saying by now no the rate of electricity no and can your calculations no because we say you triangle for $1 obi a IPP be you $1 dollar equivalent in cedis now saa IPPs no mo charge e bi a $1 per unit of energy e was say enke translate about the cost of energy mu cost of electricity mu what you say
yeah
enti no fane say na electricity na $1 is to 1 unit me nka say sa na ti o fane say na yes a unit of your friend is saying electricity cost $1 fane sa $1 during the Kufuor's time was 16 to 17 cedis. Meboa
17.
And he said 17 out there funny 17 now. Because 17 no meant say me use 2 units of power. I should be charged 17 times 2. Meboa. And 17 times 2 no. Say ene say dollar no aba bedru funny say 11. And now they're 12. What they funny say dollar na drew 12. 12 no eswate by 5 cedis per unit.
Yeah.
How what I say? So yeah, the 2% of sa 12 cedis no kra ka ho a enu se na me to electricity and Kufuor. You get a wisdom?
Yeah.
So it means say nipa na ono kra no wo sa the tax na ba be tax no
Still save ska.
We be save ska from time ana one Kufuor di dwa no.
Yeah.
Ene wo die nim no we be save some percentage a huge. What you say?
Straight up. So what you mean? Calculating here every point be no nipa bit me saving now like 3 or 4 cedis.
4 cedis. Even with the increment no. Obet must save.
Yeah.
What you say? So and no na ya me pese on say eya na kwabra me nim sa count your many blessings and name them one by one. What you say? If this government would let Ghanaians know the blessings is accrued unto the people of this country, sa de bebrebe no amafo be jaye. Wisdom game. What must I say? Because nipa no ba no na fuel yes saying. Say fuel yes saying. It is our tariff fuel no kra na se ya. Now what be at 1 point and I say 1 cedi kra mpo to so a. Say the normal some beje 1 cedi on a liter no. That 1 cedi on a liter no. So we calculation na according to say obia save be say 8 to 9 cedis. What you say? And also they find say 7 cedis. 7 cedis now we save you know. What say there be on some amount? Sa 7 cedis ni 4. Na enya 3. I know crowds and I'm for you did it.
Yeah.
But did you hear people cry during the time of Kufuor and Omo Petro 17? No? It was a silent cry.
Yes.
What I say? And Omo di jina so koto aba. And you say no ba na o ka so the 1 cedi be ka ho no kura no. Onim say a time will come at the end be say akofeda down.
But per all state institution survey, 54% of Ghanaian populace want the government to implement the energy levy.
Energy sector levy.
Yeah.
It's
54%.
Because what fascinating crew. What you say? Umia usu. Where mia what fascinating theater.
Yeah.
Now. Sebi asembia yatase na bese panic ohina bahan sebi o enye se aban no ne ho na te no na wo pesika bi akodie ana mind you kwabra enye to na Kufuor do gie na amanfo bu afu o de no mo de to no ye
no
to no de wo je to no de akoye no
that is where the problem is.
Because Sedo Mahama je to na otimi de to no and make sure say manfo benya ahwa aho be hen ha wo mo
like Kotokuom. The bridge has been there for the past how many years, God knows. So me a resident of Kotokuom. Oka chem say aban se maju levy. Me that sorry one day that bridge that high adwene over years.
Yeah. Ama penfo awu. Ama me fuya kanwuram. Ama
now aban no aye bridge na amamia. What am I thinking about? E-levy. Your friends say energy sector levy. Yeah,
they are buying this scanning, you know, because no government has anything apart from their people, no. From the amano. Yeah. And the governance is about management of resources,
now,
both human and minerals and what
just a breakfast in the free land eba. And there's a big bubefu.
So my mom scanners all the back on we am saying, yoga chair, sima kokra bonnie, yoga chair, the peja and kwala nine.
Yoga
chair. Oh, Kwabramun Google. Now say yoga chair no craft for crabber.
Yeah.
A empire, a kasubum was.
What is a kasubum?
Suhum Sawem.
What is Suhum Sawem?
And Pemgro.
Pemgro, no, a dear.
Bear money or bar edda.
Or bear money or banana.
More foul, most fast. Oh, so, oh, yeah, Papa Penimuna, ya did tour, say J. Cobo mining ho bra. Now it turns out, say, Sikana, would they cobo mining ho brano? Would they air was a still move groom and damasi? Ghana phone yason fast war. Can you see what airport say? COVID aba. Oh, no, Ghana ni president, you know. Wakofa we uncle Nigeria near or no ni test a box iron. So Benedict ni tika kraka akwana na say jakpa koche tibembe na wono no aba betina Ghana ha na wono agigi esika na momoni na kofa akire ni mo achedi wabra no Gucci wo ho make us wabodam. I'll tell you straight because we are penny now you say ya I mean enkola beka se wagimi straight because we penny papa you tina me we are bofo. Oh, so these are things that get the Ghanaian angry. But funny say ne, Kwabena, for a very long time, na potholes say wa kwemu. For example, I'll use Joulu for example. Say Joulu akwanya ya ye. Yusuf na ye Mahama na de mano, his first term, his excellency na de mano. Or baye, Akufo-Addo no ba ya no mo ka se wonje adwuma. Senamatia Jaku wu ya ye wo fa ba ko wu ye plane e da ho plane e no mo start so mo ye adwuma no se ne be ya o mbe ma lead ade aba abam e no kra no so mo botu ansa na lead aba abam otuma se e na abedu dumelo so yi otia se ene Joulu ye potholes
me no ka say
oh yeah anaju bi me ka tai Kwabena e kade enkaka ne ko shaminem e na metia so speed.
Not carrying the speed.
The speed. Enti sada no. A boom no. Just a phone call. Dumelo is on the site.
I see.
He is working assiduously. One time at the end. He is working. All he needs to do is to make sure say, Minister, Mr. Potholes with you. Me pass them on everywhere. Me constituency no. Eti me ba pro pa. And work is ongoing. Ebi and rules so ebeba because they are working. And these are things that initially no John Mahama in his first term no decided say, well yeah asphalt no after Saudi na said yeah would the solid tape afa buku ho. Who said a chat it. And we started so yeah asphalt no. And no better sorry ni aya asphalt. And abai way one year abaya obeka say one year adwuma or year adwuma no. Sebasana utua tuo bi a enya wo den because when you say tuo no will go a long way to solve a problem in your neighborhood or your vicinity. What you say?
Yeah.
Enti no enya tuo na ni petua no per se ene ha no e ha ni pakro. But the yede tuo ne beye ene hia. The yede tuo no e beye. Kwabena
because Ghana ni biaje impuntu di.
Why not?
It is otua to like recently. A man for kasa about doing so eco form. Kra.
They call Malam Ra. Malam 4 had a problem. I said, you were the one in the seat. I made a boy in the voice, boy.
Yeah.
Just after, no. JJ, I'm on my solve a problem, no. And the guy told me, say, oh, honorable, my fiddy in a dredge, and I'm saying, there be you. And if you didn't get any dredge, you were a buyer and I saw a mere.
Okay, some more.
Otie. Yeah. because
I'm saying
the time no
omo didi ejina partem no afi do omo ni di atem bi
omo ntimi because ye wo bia e ka we minister bia ne hwene abo ase de ye transfer gi awo a o ka se mo am koy mo tenten boy mo am koy mo tenten boy mo koy mo tenten boy omo kan kan fa mo koy mo tenten boy ase ye tena ne hwene so gi awo
e wo man for maternity
ara we hwene asra you can't go yourself, sir. So these are things that Emma in Kitahudie ne yamre. Oman for a here way. Your mama ya debi very marvelously, and he has received a lot of applause. Me say so for be create can
okay.
Say me the 1 liter and 1 cedi to 1 liter so. Me who say no Iraq war no betimi akoso no I mon twen sign o man for ho be kire o mo yen twen
yeah Sanya bu mai
it is said there ye dey so nwina gu so che say wo sam nyina be ka utirim because wa ma ni pesu aye adwuma o watenka wadi hia wa hu sika etino onim hia ni asem onim mobroni asem. What I say? Obi de wo ka no o se wo sukra na me ya ne mo ono no wo ko gina kra ka cha ne say e kwan bi e da ha wo se ye kwan ni ye no mo ko to man di se mo try
na ba ko bi do anti ya Ethiopia ya da kwa sha ya de sa ya go bi abake ka ya yampe ente ya
India dia mo ke kan kwa sha sa ana no say part of their treats
ya da ho no akwate
ene ma hwe ne bono kara okay ya tentem ono kwa sha o se mo MVP afun e metentem
ya tentem
go kwa se mu
yes
se mu no si ya tentem Oh, so I think, say, and Boamah during the launch of the code of ethics for his appointees, no. Kara o kansimbi ane mudu papa. O say ye ba say ye be som. Na yamfa ubia nkwa nko hye say ye feel space. Hey. Boamah ni nyansa ne son. Oh, etiana sometimes no. Se sinto bi kura wo ho akwa na e me den se metimi aka because he's too wise. Naturally he's very intelligent and wise.
Also I'll give you 60 ministers. Or the 56 there.
56 a boom mine till now.
And oko
ebi e tina na bi e be bo mi din a me twen.
Honorable.
It's a joke over some. On va mama na ko ni patin TV akon. Etino kwabra his wisdom no is at play. And un say yes the odi said sua the odi kan nante. Ono no onko ye ade a wo be sua no bone kwan so never. Boamah will not intentionally un say I am a sin and mistakes. Yeah. Error. Yes, to err is human. Maintain so obi aka say to sin is human that. But to err sin to e wo nipa ho and from wo nipa ho. Nipa de I mean, sebi Nyankopon pe and the word perfect no e wo no. No human being is ever perfect except God. Oh. Enso krampo no Nyankopon kra no. Unim say o de mre ene ye ni bibia. That's why I always abide by that quotation, no. Time is the mightiest judge. And you know, so we share in the wisdom of Boamah. And Kobetimi aka say, I'm the man in a hurry, like Akufo-Addo mentioned. A man in a hurry to put us in a ditch. And he did so. Recklessly. I mean, without any shame. What destroy any mind, what man was sworn to say, Ako Bonife Yase. Say, see, I hear MPP or Monam, we are Kasa Kase, Quabra. Would there, a share social media, neck kind comments. Don't just look at the Oma post to know, kind comments. Let's share how Ghanaians are dealing with them. How Karma is treating the MPP. Because they showed Ghanaians their truest of color. MPP, and Akufo-Addo and Omuma yehu senior omusu ni omuban etie pa
said ye TTUP no
etie my boy foku
Kofo timi cover up.
no he is wise
Kofo timi cover up.
he is wise
But akwa ma yehu say say TTUP no
and Kwabena, it's hard to find a Kofo like in MPP.
Oh,
so ye MPP benya obia sebi otese Kofo 1%. Ebedin.
otimi de tay but we no ma yehu the
And Nancy, who tell the speech now? Hey,
ono
the wisdom and but where the papa emfa MPP. Look, aya tantan dia ye bodia et said ye kane no ne ye hu NDC. Na eden papa kasa no ne refio say no enkora no social media o.
yeah
Share.
yeah
They are more intelligent than you. They know what it is. They know what the MPP has really done to them. They are never going to forgive an intolerable sin. Intolerable sin. Nipa wa kasa unim se yare aba. No wabe jina no man also say yare na aba na impoverish me no. I'm further taking yare no tour from you. This will be our bottom. And you think Ghanaians will be magnanimous to say oh and actually yeah the ache
na unti ade na jomama ba na onyi mfiri ho
yo
odi kodi enkwasi akagina mu no
akogina mu me so mo die ya the get fund kwabra get fund o mo de akwakoye dachi fund agisika na kwakodi gise 2037 e de betwa kana bi get fund NHIS no makapo me say ada mi tie owura kando honorable abrana chese semisun
oh bro
say watimi baby ayese yemfa ayarefo sika nko foto ayemfa sika nko tumu no we yiska ne de akwa hye Jubilee House
didi
ayarefo sika wo na we be dey onkosi mochire we si mochire transition je say wo no wo ji sika no wu ana osade wakosie akohye mochire na sa adi omusuafo sika wo bu wa bra usu you know, it's about the demeanor of the government, and the demeanor no they trickle down mostly near the DNA no. I say, the mama bought John Mahama Koko titru war, and yes she Jaiman Kahono. Professor Mills ye Jaiman Kama MPP Saba Bemu Bimuno. And say, yes she crowd with me. It gives them some form of impunity.
The immunity.
Immunity. Yes, because they get immune.
Yes. Emboldened.
Yes, I'm emboldened to act with impunity.
Yeah.
What I say. So some of these things, if you watch them slip by, you allow people to get away with murder. Your mama or GSC ma ye kura no wa anya dwuma bia Ghana for anybody. I swear. Kwadra pa ne put it to vote. Say between say impuntu dwuma and say ye beje omo wia ye sika de sika no. Efri omo nchen. Den na John Mahama nye.
Sika ne de ye impuntu. O de ajigu o de ja hoko. Ye nim de be. Ya nye sika ni wa be na
ye impuntu. Say hey wo sofu we pachaw. Ohini we pachaw. Obisi say na akwai se waye oman pani nti no e wo se wo so de akomatoye mu na se bi pani e se anoteaba na entiaba akokɔ nan etiaba na entiaba enkuno enti no so so sankwase abeyi ubedi so na obi atutu ne ntoma no atutu perfume agu ne ho lavender no abegyina wo nkyɛn no aka kyerɛ sɛ we woyɛ unua sɛ na ekosi san busa ne sɛ onipa
2025 ya omuja ejawo ne ya hunu sei na eba ye mpuntuo mu sei na ayera na sei na say ye hia ye de be close gap ne ye de be fill gap no when you tell the person say look ye here ska we akoyi sija the person is ready to.
Why not?
Because now you hunu damage no.
Yes.
Then after the damage no people are being held responsible. People are being punished.
Yes.
Now the Ghanaian no or shall say MSAB.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the routine now odinkophobia fam no it should serve as a lesson.
What you say? Now what you also be sure ya if you there
yeah. So it's not like Ghana nimpe tax it ya.
Debbie far from that.
Tobut Roto. I'm a quite a chamu. Abraba for no need
didn't attempt.
Say yes kadi aye kwai.
Yes.
I didn't know how say you live as say. So Ghanaians naturally yes yempe tax it ya.
We are the easiest to govern.
But when
the Ghanaian is the easiest to govern.
Let me know the reality. That Charlie, I didn't say anything at you.
Would you a quite busy crown or da me?
Mepe.
Say over come on, two
mepe or baby was really over baby. I am to him. Dada me. Or buying himself, Dada no.
Why not?
That's
so it's important say abino any entina da bia ya na kwabna me focus ni nyina wo owura Felix Kwachi Foso. There was a time a friend was like, Opo Felix din ya na I need to, because ehunu bi pay ehunu bi. And it tells why communication should be the pivot, because the work is being done and it must be communicated. The rationale behind everything must be known. Don't think for the people. Don't let it feel say they should know say they way. No. Further explain, interact, and make sure say you have enough. Your friend is saying information from the people. Tembiano, you the government be the listener rather than the talker. And so over babontin information about to be gemuno. Na a thorough job done. And you say be a ni and you know almost all the information copy. Then people just easily assimilate. Because mun say when you are more near to anamo, hey kwabra, Adia Africa have been see da dom hamaye. And if he insists using that same module in this government, there is no political party ever, no matter how organized you are, any bit nyabu NDC. She say obi awoba abem no ahya ase any doctor fu odi nkita ho.
Yeah.
Mo hi asem ne sen. Me ba de na mo pese me nyama mo.
To obewrem no.
Because me osomfo.
Obewrem no.
Me nyama ho se me minim enti no. Me ba be ye we ya ma doctor for na ma be promise o. Mo me entena se ne ni nkita ho. Anese for mo so sen. Teacher for mo sen, equia for koko equia for.
It was a very successful interaction.
That people's manifesto agenda na jo mama undertake here no. No politician has done that.
And that is what is driving them.
Yes.
Because mess number 2, you know.
Exactly.
So no money idea that.
Yes.
And command be from himself.
I can't do a juma oye.
Woo.
It's because answer na oba bemuno.
Wechini.
When at the fingertips.
Wechini.
Jeje. John Jinapo. Shene juma. She Sam George. Oh, when Sam George at some point was having crisis in Po. Now, you know, he was one way bubbly. Sometimes he tries to he tries his best to at least put some, you know, smiles and all that. But sometimes people think, say, no, he knows what he's about. He went round MTN and Opa Todeta and because of Ura Sam George Intino, you're increasing. How much affairs near to?
Now the value is not the same.
It's not the same.
Buy small, get
much.
And
it's not easy to come by. MTN, for example, they came out with their pleas. They were like, no, it was not easy for them to undertake such jobs. But looking at how Sam George is able to lobby, a good lobbyist. I said, no, you can't work in Ghana and give us a high cost of data and work in Nigeria and give them a cheaper cost of data. No. Then you must let us be apart. I said, what can we MTN, can we Vodafone? That day when I was watching it, I can see say a lot of work has gone into it. Look at the trade ministry. Just say every day there is something.
The transport
going on.
Ministry.
Transport, everything is going. I quite to say, you don't even hear, but there's a lot of work ongoing. Go to Dr. Dominic Ayeni's office. na kwabra me tie ni briefing on Felix Ofosu Kwache momi ye briefing bi I think a week or 2 ago kwabra na wo itemizing nneoma no de all ye ni modus operandi or de ni nyina egu abonten nye se eye witch hunting se me kwa akoti obi e de na kwa akotum wabra me ni na asem te se de omode ye Gregory Afoku enye bia every step of the way, or you should transparency as the key and byword to undertake the duty. So largely, we have a lot of things to discuss. We have to count our blessings and name them one by one.
Then you need properly to pay the taxes.
Why not? Because if you know your money is going for a judicious use or to undertake a job that will benefit you, why not?
When I give money to my wife, I just want a good food. About so kind spare parts dealers association. But letter no. No, I think yesterday it was in the news.
Today. Now, a security, but I feel some official. Yeah. About how I be to prices.
Yes.
But there's another dimension. My position here, director of communication.
Yeah, director of communication.
I'll move from here.
Yeah, sorry. But and run here to say about so kind spare parts. Yes, say more tete.
Yemaso.
Okay, so tell us, explain to us.
Okay, Commander Maminche was chef for what if, and I mentioned Okumankra, either the first or the third. Eminia or Boamah Bini. Minchi Bibia. You pay. Now, I would say Obakaya. Don't necessarily check it down. Bare 4 months ago, yes, you can say Guta for credit can say by almost 60 days, which also can we affiliated to Guta. Now 60 days, So we Saturday be a stable na ya tinima. Okay. But situation in the also can the year there be babotin. Year 60 days, and when we see it in Yamaso. Now GPR for so many opportunities I wanted to on the first. The statement by that day now na GPR focus your minister no. So I'm going to tell them first because I was looking for the say, I'm going to tell you, man, so. And what we engage in one, make sure how quite be fast and master better. It's nice, say, I should say by June ending, first, I say, the man is cut down drastically. So, yeah, I just say, and brand of it, I say, you didn't come on, say, except first year, I say, you cut down. But there's another dimension, I create a lot of acrimonies. We are speaking today.
No, Moody in common. More concessions better than more.
They agree, say, on bear just on prices, as you can,
that's about so kind spare parts,
dealers. Majority can say that's the right thing to do because say, shebo, say, quine, but July, dear, not dollar, no, because no be a fear, say, because if you are not a artificial. China US trade war. So I say, it be more kind of say, a be cost rentino, a be a better could do 17 years, the idea 15 years, the idea, almost sure. So I say, yeah. But indeed, in the son, also President Becca say, on make cap on between 12 and 10 and 12 cities. It is a yes. And to say, up to now, so still the eternity, be quite 9 point something. But the problem is, dollar no market, you know, bank, you call Gal for no, almost near 12 cities. 12.5 as you are speaking today. It be 13 cedis. Bank Nunya. Central Bank. It be at 9.5. It be at 10 cedis. It be at 10.2. Gal for no. A 12.5. 13 cedis. As you are speaking today. Selling. Okoto dollar na buying dollar.
Okay.
Okoto dollar na. And you're close to 13 cedis.
And that's selling here.
Selling here 12.5. But Oba bank. Yes, Oba banka. Bank no offer, but unya no bank. Eti meeting ye no. I was saying no say no. And two, meno kasa we, commander. We as you are speaking today. JF no eto I was looking for stores soon.
Say.
Obeka last year. JF no amisha die any time no. Or ma compare sa compare what the buy say. JF me tata store no. Okay. I said to them, so be two stores my bay, you know. We for us at yebi. Issue ni say, what say GIO for no, a beautiful doka, a so mutia on revenue. ebi mo ho one mom letters 2 years ago. The 2 years ago no, omuntimi appear before you. It you know oba exercise, which association we are not aware.
But do you guys need any prompt from them?
Yeah, because of say we are dealing with the people, and you see.
Obi was shop wabosoka or the GRA foka.
There be
you some Bekati association.
There be me ba obatimase. Say etija no GRA for no Russia association. So yenya announcement me enkrofo no.
Say
yes.
No, hold on, say.
Omo call ransom no. Omo say tutu omo store so mu no. Omo so ya omo ba omo say o de ka. Nti ya two store mu. Ebi wo ho a o say afi eso utua 6,000. Eso utua so ne oton. Enom so o there bi yente ye yepo yente say yente poda say sanetie. Etino adentina nka mom ye nye education announcement po. Nanka mo baba say e bi atre master no say na ye be ba. Na mututu store mu e be gidigidi. And
no operation no mo ye ni sesia no. A new policy omo di aba no mo implement ana say
nobody knows so stores you to no me ba ye to store me
what now can say onkrofo mo di ka free last year
onkrofo aya mom letters no different for policy na wo ba na you say annually no you pay 6,000 you pay 10,000 I did you know mo kan mo letters mo kan onkrofo 19 90 and then me ya where letter no kwa association sisi ya
we are where say
omo frɛ omo na pie
omo de ka
sanko me ba sanko for no they are different omo saying omo ndi 100
okay
but do share abuse population we 45,000 members na mo na market na so police ni tuokuta no na my assessment you obo ha mo say afemu nya no e so tu 14,000 and what your first quarter what your 4,000 say second quarter baby room yi obi ho oni ho watu kwan okọ ehia okofa niama mo say oni ho no ma friend no no say o mini ho na me ba pe ma betua because of say ye ura second quarter mu ma betua mo say there be oni ho dey say to store nim to store nim o ba ne be bia ma eti no ewia week ye ho na ye meet kwa na call ne buy say rush ko ho ye ko si won na no ye nyan you see only me problem no communication e use ni say e say nye GF na to source mu e yen this phone to source mu
that you need access and the NDC so let's focus on the main matter
there be say commander e form adwuma no de eti wo form no ne e to grofo team no
and na make say NDC na also ran game bo me din
oh there you modin
so let's focus on the matter
na make sure no eti ne eti say there say mo de monji musika no se onu obi wo issue a munji musika no ba se ba ko ni wo matu no storm de enye na nipa ho adwuma na eden na ye
I see
enya se there be issue we ABC last year we are yet to source mu se sana wo de call dia and the next week you know we close all shops down na ya yedom ya kira amampanyi se kwanya jail for no di adwadi for fast obo so kan wrong esi similar was last year sana to stores mu se sana mo de badia quickly no ye frame Ataiko commissioner ho no ono so say on case mo to stores mu so who is doing this
the commissioner so
yes
so on case
o say on to stores mu o so on ma wo da bia poda so I call one of the guys I want to stores mu say and now to stores o say mo bi kan me for authorities no ono de yesuma no na so mo suma say mo to stores mu na o say the social dem no so quickly no I see a fair back view also on cancer aye so mo to stores mu by ni mu o mo nko no nko your exercise nti why and now
okay so say no wo no e kwa be na GRA be fa so sa ka musika
me ye mo GRA
any other no mo yo mo adwuma na o interfere
now you adwuma say there be titi ye dey match o say titi commander ye dey match o say ma
no hold on onya adwuma GRA so which means unim ekwaya am be fa so agege
say ono so be ye any e tell say kwaya am be fa so juice gade de we will support you but nemu say we do fraud na sometimes no o do fraud na obi timi de tumi etimi ye bibia e bia na frɛ better come say o ma kasa
so no so which means right now no opa say a individual has been a harassment and yeah a policy from GRA. Is that what you want to say?
Or yeah GRA of you see or yeah GRA official and or ba say or you need police need n'echi police need n'echi say sebio I say adwadifo no e bia sebio I say ya kronfo and na tuo bon ko ho and na wo ye kire say one man with 2 minutes say to store mu o say why assessment say Bobie Enterprise my assessment afumuni nyina wo betua 10,000 so what you say and I mean first quarter no metia 5,000 the amount aka second quarter say metua Bobie to kwan o say meba next week meba na maba wo say there be uni what they say yatum ko beta on beba met first quarter metua half o me forces here.
Okay, so let's go to the main issue.
Eto no ne me chere say what is happening no Emma eni janka yede ba beye niema bi so no I say ebufo ye den bem because almost say no obi say ba betiti niema so na mo hara say enti say next week ya bi so mo be den of course and they are right because they see last year no 7 no so mo de ba so what we are saying is say next week no say be continue there and obi afani obi to the storm ni protest ti GRA say this is the right way to do. This is the right way. Chana be next week. Yeah, gidi cry. You got to store some na. Near my strong one say, quite Jerry for no, echo about how to take their money no. Any right way. So what I say, any J near my platform dollar I stable.
Okay, so right now Jerry for Baba Damo Kentino, Munyan Titini.
Harassment in the can was a man die.
No. Jerry for some Baba Danka. Wo se wunim kra no wo about 90 people ya omodeka them say ya omodeka
yes
ya wunim
but 2 years ago ya amrawe
o ma fresh any pass 90 dey be dika 2 years ago
o be dika 2 years ago
okay o ma frɛ o mo amba e no ma to a wo mo ho GRA yem fa ne say eye o mo a hierarchy decision that look the only thing is that we will close down your shop.
Yeah.
What's it there be? Sa approach ni approach ben na mo pe no mo nyama mo.
Very good. Yes, about hope you. Nkrofo na Jeff Amam let 2 years ago now. They should appear before them no. Ye ni omuni sa problem sa asem no. Omu do 100 po. Ye ni omuni eni Jeff ni problem was ade no. But policy na as omo nante so omo de ba na sen no. Ye kan wasem say mo say
capping a tax yeah.
Obo betua to 6,000. Obo betua 10,000. Obo betua say.
Yeah, I think it starts from started away.
Me more channel come started.
Yeah, okay.
So association no, me friend chairman association intervene. And I'm friend for the coffee so oh. Now me they say I say more for you mo. And I'm kind of so is here and the ja yen to stores mo be nemu. Ye ba so a, either say be educative and I say bet you say there's a reason to yes I do we. And in na ko die. And that's sorry ya. Commander, I feel the quad and the near so can you. And complaints in air course no.
So which means based on that, Monamo CIA and Ra because I heard this news item, I think on either PCFM or CTFM, one of the stations. I was just flipping through. And I heard it say
station. I think I got the interview the city.
Okay.
Yeah, city. City.
Okay. But the MCB drew on that call because me point number 6 me try monitor all stations near. So MCB drew on, but I heard them saying it. Say about so can say better to the so. Now today you the same person is sitting here. So which means more yanti so.
And you the same person, but they very true. So beside your question. So one interest what did I be saying your question?
So more yanti so.
You don't get it. Me say near question see and then no. And you nyai.
Enti.
What's it?
Enti I don't know if you was saying. Talk.
Enti near me can say. Jerry for no. You mo dey for no. Omo nyai. Say sana omo be say omo dey Jerry man ko ne dia. And we are ready because we will not sit there. Uni ya me ya no. Ye frɛ papa no. Honestly, I say we are catch you be so koto be still sumu. So okoro pa ko to kwan ya. Just ja note. Come on, what you say?
Yeah.
Ja note say in e ba ye. Nso oni ho a. And there o ba o appear before mo. Simple as ABCD. Na say commander na manya sa na mo de man share musem na makwa etu recalcitrant na mo leader na on say on cast me go to store bia mu me wan so no ye no mo trust 2 weeks ago say sa approach no emwe dwadie because it's too early
enti ne krakra ne say
Jerry for no omo tata ye dodo
enti mo I bam from what ma for GRE enti say mo anya
offer ye how
no mo na mo ya announcement no say
ye betiti ne maso
from 1st July
ye ma beba form
and then your 1st July
yeah I think so yeah first right and first yeah
and mo na mo kan
yeah
and me busa so wo say GRE for ama mo buafu
yeah there be or harasi and dodo
enti ne krakra ne say
members no ebufu abamumu say yes stop Jerry say omunje omusika bato mamuntu stores mu
and you on bed ajo omusika
o na kwa manda na o debi o de oji ska o bi wa o tu store ma na onya oska no
ebi on nipa no say afi mfie mienu onyanya enu kure say microphone bi
ba wo say ajame ka
debi ukure bi
komanda
yes but I say a new policy
debi no me say nkofo 90 ni de
metiase metiase
the
new ones no almost say the new ones no say until 6 months 7 months no munya ntua what happens
abada aboso kai no you see na what ma say no nya boto na me say nkofo na ye mom let 2 years to a year ago so metua no we different you know but
make a new implementation
no oh yeah
and I'm say 7 months no nipa come back
there be you me beti me niam so na betu mi sto ma be ma tin niam no so
so no hold on
na me ko twa nkoti na me nya
ti right now no mo ka chere say mo betu so ntimu ntua mpo enya za
what say
they okay they na mo ka chere say they mo betu niam so aboso kan ntimu ntua
as you speak today kona ko shaboso kan ni ma aba for me ase anapa we
and the enemy from
make sure you how say omunya na etimi enjoy the goodwill. They should stop that.
So tell me, items where in Abba form.
Oh, and now Bible Suka for instance, to say, yeah. Also, guys say, it's about shocks are cool. Amunya say, you know, you're 800, you say, maybe 700, maybe 600. Let's be honest with you. And now about VT now, they be an catch of VT above form. The reason why you use VT near there's a VT car.
And they must start here, no.
VT car, you use for Uber, no. It's a more pressure war, VT party, no so. And then VT, you see, saying, shocks are by saying, it's a thousand citizens, and about 700. About it, dependent brand, no. Esi a ultimate convert 900 podium in the shocks absorber commander say obeba o de brabo suka and the battery turn on you 1,500 and no e be 1,000 to be 1,300 oba gift general secretary no ono no fa ka fi Kenya battery to fa fi Kenya and then the batteries are turn 15,500 no and no the battery 1,200
so which means most started the implementation of
about reduction of yeah exactly
adwuma
aye and they say no and you just grab market him say you see am for ati say say so you follow the trend no am for any age and I for move ya after man betu so ma for that hey oboso can be say want to go for stores mu and am say we enjoy the goodwill and am be say what is mamo and e payo we need that so go to stores mu who is doing this some or say why name out to me say yes sir question no. And then Nijaba obviously we be taking the center stage.
No, but I believe say on the other side, as a more person would say GRA for how to go about their job.
We can tell them how to go their we can tell them. How? Now commander.
How?
There be you tie. No, tie. Say why my assessment. Assessment, you know. We say 10,000. First come mama 5,000, I can 5,000. Me 2 coin. What about me see me 2 coin? Who say they want to go to store mu na wapam boy sin na hwe wapam boy sin ya ko say computer wo fi abrichire beba na sa Nigeria ye adwuma no je sa na ye adwuma no hwe koma na hwe me ani ni hwe na yapam boy ke hwe ya to store mu hwe we ke so mu gina say o mo ni bosamu san hwe ya store no ya tutu mu no hwe it's wrong. So next week we are coming out for and I say the statement about it say jail for now very careful we will not say that to allow GRA say o may intimidate enye adwuma say eduma is oma da ye be nya no omo as a director of communication no me friend Dr. Bin ewia we guta doctor bakope e bi so mo ntia se no or a doctor me friend say doctor this is what is happening Ositechi Abosoka is the biggest association intimidation can never go on. We shouldn't allow it to happen because they should like effort. Oh, say commander, obia ko obia fear. Oh, and never mu few. Na effort because GRE omo authority. They be ameka you bu mine na ma baby osika nyina fa na koyo authority a. Sa na say ba no. Me I don't believe authority because ono ka say mema 1 billion annually. No ko 1.2 billion a. 1.2 that's not bad then. So no na hwe ni ono na ni bibia. So that's all you na the on factor bia. This issue, Commander, you had a meeting last year. Oh, Octagon big now. Mama sees, you know, you had I deal with her. And I'm going to say, no. Could you say, they walked me out from that meeting?
Last year,
I'm walking me out. Say, me and my wife for me, person for the better revenue, a dear boom mine. Oh, Mamma support you, and then they're ready to never hit you, yes, here. Sometimes you can with pain. I see. Antecedent, precedent, see, and then hit you piano. I feel some they are crying for say we should intervene. As association, they be intervening. But what you are saying is say, you see or Chinana, young penano, and see a net. And see a net. Say, you was most of my work cast to Tanamunti, dear. Who be hit him, you money have to source man, no magic can be. Now, so some men they should go out with their policemen who face them. Oh, so kind. You see last year, the same thing.
Threaten.
I'm not threatening.
You
also threaten us. Mo ba na mo the police do mo chi kukukuku
yes say when tua dia o dia aban ka
fa ne kokote
well
fa ne kokote
say Debio say nipa no buy or mebo say no what threaten aban empany for ha
aban na ba na me threaten nipa no ba no mu so nipa say nipa na Debio commander obo hu police ko na ho so ana onu sa
oh yeah
it way no and Jerry
and yes mo person mo ni aban trans meeting mo be some ni aban meeting ansa na mo
tell no why na be say o you be comfortable Busoka association 24 economy mo timi afa Busoka association anye anka guta phone ka ho mo ma let say mbra for say mbra observe keke say mbra observe keke enti oju mo yema hwa no
ndi aban ba won mo nye meeting
commander aban why na adwen say on fa Busoka association en fa anye hwe she no abana ya
my meeting
of commander so me can to say commander abana nya na dwen here wo year 24 economy wo say
na mo so mo ka che say mo person mo no ye meeting
wo abana wo ba ye no wo before wo born to ano wo born to so ba association office wo ye no trase ye kire wo obi obo office bia ma ne sai ye ma ne trase say ye mo
any some meeting no amunya nya na the problem na ba no
o say then
meeting no amunya nya no what the problem no ya ba no
only a factor say me ni wan hia who me how
David
ready commander say mama ha be who me how say mama ha be who me how
obuye meeting the way
na o say sa 24 secretariat no mo be hia for mo be hia for 4 billion kwana o me hia $4 billion etim dey den aye say program no
right
na say mo ye 24 economy mo launch na mo ma Busoka association letter say mo na me transfer na mo hwe yanim wo ma factor ye ina kwabena den e be fele
yes yeah, but
Omo say Omo deputy you don't get it. Let alone the by say let alone before say yembra say no observers kwabena.
All right, so now the bottom line
Go ahead.
The German issue no say no money no 1st July the mo anya maso
Jia for no munya harassment
no I just want you to tell us in a plain language because what we heard on radio yesterday was that me say the first July the anya maso no is that the
reduction no epic from Anapa way and Nigeria for no be mu am for ebi buafu they should stop say obi adwumu say obeso ogu obi woni ma say wabuso kan dia it's not going to happen penyin say osuma say court store mu or say kwa akwaji usika na friend document mu obi wo ho a watua be reflect here
but you see with more posture no, you just decided to confuse the whole system, right? Because look. So okay, tell me say this morning I must start say amount for so then GRA issues came in. Right now, you being the communication director for them, you are even confused as to. No, you yourself you are confused whether because me say me a driver. Na say me person me call to or about kaya. The information I had in the morning is different from yesterday to this morning. And this is it's different. So there's
driver for so say yeah for mu dia ba dia for ntinu omo hire dodo e be say driver since omo so kemi mai say ayi dua de omo be so omo tete aboso kan no ye mpene na ye say e be boy na ye bu mai na mu dia mu abam
ndu papa mpra abu ntinu say no hu am ye busu apani nyina amra
kwa ba interest rate enam 30-35-40% o interest rate o e say a policy rate na 28% o nti ama edwani edi no enko yi nti edi animia na ye de ye reset nyasa nyina when it come to one umbrella na dollar na aba no so ye nyina aba form na say we are one of the government institutions and agency na so be gigito o gigito na obi no ni problem o ba kwa rafa say gigito no na ye wrong no approach is wrong and you need to tell them say they should stop ni enya kwan ye enya adwuma no yi they should stop o friendly dem na say me ka so be go to storm kwa ma say me ken so o tin clear wosuma Kwame akofo oyi ni mabi ya frog wo se da bi yesa me ka che Kwame na dey pen yes ade no that's it that means no Kwame e wa agenda bi oni tirim na comment e koso no oh e nyema me ultimate radio so that's what we are saying.